wettest channel on the internet.
We're on the road again, but we're not going far. We're actually going to a place that we don't like going because it could get very expensive nowadays. And yep, that is the gas station. So this is a fuel run for the jet skis. And real quick, to answer a question, how many gallons did the skis take? They each take 18 gallons each, and it could last almost the whole day depending on the speed that you run. But now we're gonna head back to the house and show you guys how our launching system for the skis work, because we don't have to go to the boat ramp anymore. And that's how you do it. We back up the skis all the way up to the davit. And now it's time to hook up the island hopper and head over to the gas station, because I like to run the hopper with a full tank, because I noticed that this little boat runs better heavier than lighter. And the good thing is the hopper didn't need that much fuel. So the hopper is all filled up and ready to go. So we're gonna drive over to the boat ramp and launch. And now while Fresquito drives the hopper to the house, we're gonna take the truck back, and that's how our day begins here on the West Coast. And some people might consider this a lot of work, but when you enjoy boating, this is part of the process, and we don't see it as work. And by the time I reach the house and park the truck and trailer, Fresquito is already here. And by the way, guys, first of all, thank you for the love and support on buying the merchandise on FrescoChannel.com. But for those people that use shipping addresses as P.o Boxes, I cannot deliver. So please, when you guys place your order, put a physical address. Thank you. Well, how you doing, guys, and welcome back to the show here on the West Coast. And today we're getting ready. Like you saw, we're getting situated. Got the jet skis filled up, got the hopper filled up, and it's a little iffy because today is scattered showers, so you might get wet from the top and we might not. I don't know, we're gonna take our chance, but it's good though, you know. As long as I'm on the water, once I'm on the water, it doesn't matter if I get wet from the top or the bottom, you know. We're here getting situated, and I'm gonna show you guys today, because a lot of people, I kind of did a little snippet of how I got the jet skis in the water with the new davit. So I'm going to show you guys, because a lot of people are curious, how's that system work? And it's pretty easy now. At least the jet skis I don't have to take to the ramp, because usually the jet skis will eat up the fuel one ride, you know, the whole day ride. So I will have to go to the ramp, take it out, and put gas, and then put it back in. And then definitely I don't want to leave the jet skis in the water, because they don't have a automatic bilge pump. So if maybe there's a leak on one of the bolts or something, the skis could sink. So definitely I don't want to leave them overnight in the water. But now we can, because I'll leave one on the davit and one on the floating dock. So it makes it easier for us and more convenient. I guess all I need now, I guess, is a portable gasoline tank. So like that, I don't have to take them out, you know, out of the water at all. But we'll see what happens. So now I'm gonna show you guys how the skister works with the davit. Right there, it's pretty easy. First of all, we gotta put is these straps that you clip it to the hook there. And what it is right here, these things, these I don't know what you want to call it, these metal things that actually hook up on the lip of the ski right here. They kind of hook on the edge right there, and they lift the ski up. And then I'm putting a rag here because I don't want this piece of metal to kind of rub on the ski right there. So that's why I got those green rags. I guess maybe I'll put some styrofoam floaties or something in the future, but that's the way it works right there. There's the one in the back, and that's the way it grabs, and then that's how they lift the ski up in there, right there. So let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how it works, baby. So that's how easy they come off the trailer. No work. And the good thing is that when we come back tonight, we just put them there on the floating dock and then one on the davit. So like that, I don't have to worry about going to sleep and they're gonna sink. I like it. I like that floating thing. It's pretty cool. You drive up and that's it. And you just tie the front so it doesn't slide back, and it's perfect. So there you go, guys. Loving it. I feel like I'm on a boat race. You know how they take the race boats off the trailers? That's what I feel right now. Well, this is a race ski, so maybe, you know, instead of a race boat, got a racing jet ski. You know what I'm saying? So pretty cool, right? And that's easy does it right there, guys. Loving it. One less trip to the ramp. No, a little bit quicker than that, I think. You're gonna go back. So I don't hit the wall. You gotta go up a little bit. That's what I'm saying. You gotta go a little quicker. That's it, that's it. A little bit too much.
And now we're gonna unload ski number 2, my favorite, my FX.
Here it goes, jet ski number 2, and that's how easy it goes in the water. Uh-oh. Oh, we got a helper about time, right? They want to have all the fun, but they don't want to work. But you got to put them to work once in a while, right? So we got that one on the floating dock, and this is where we're gonna leave it hanging off the davit. So like that, you know, if by any chance some water comes in, it doesn't sink overnight. They're not gonna last that long up there because we're gonna go ride a few minutes. Waiting for my sister. She's joining the show today. There you go. I'll leave that one hanging in the air so it doesn't get no water. And that one right there. And then the hopper stays in the water. But the hopper has an automatic bilge pump. So I don't have to worry about it overnight, you know, taking out water. Plus the boat is pretty dry. Because it could sit here the whole day and maybe the pump will turn on once, if any. But I guess it's scary when it rains. Because, you know, I guess full of water, but... So that's why I might get a floating dock instead of a lift for back here. Nowadays, the lifts are really expensive and they're taking over 6 months to even get the job started. So, you know, too much weight for me. So, we'll see. I'm just going wherever the wind takes me. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just enjoying time as it goes. With the show. New sailors for the day today.
With the tourists.
Oh, that's the tourists. The tourists. First time on the west side. Yeah, it caught us.
And we're going through locally known as the Miserable Mile. But to me, this is a sea-laxing, friendly mile. And today I'm taking advantage because I'm taking a little snack while we're idle cruising. And those dark clouds behind us are starting to worry me, but not so bad because in front of us is still sunny and bright. And within 15 minutes or so, we have reached our destination. And so far so good. Here it's still sunny and bright. So now we're gonna position ourselves to anchor up.
All right, guys, so we made it here to our little secluded island here at the West Coast. And look at this, Olguita's at it. And then today she got an accomplice. Look at her. She's taking a whole tree, log, everything. And Gabby's helping her. And look at the water, guys. Today is pretty good. Pretty clear today. Not bad at all. And, well, this is what you call late afternoon cruising on the west side. But look at that, guys. Look at that. Big old cloud. Hope it drains out over there because it looks heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. All over there. So hopefully we don't get wet. But if we do, we do. It don't matter. The show must go on, right? Yeah, they were swinging too. Two kids were swinging earlier. So we got here Justin. He's gonna show us a mystery drink. What is it? What is it?
Moscow Mule.
Well, yeah, it'll be a first one for me. I mean, the first time trying it. Moscow Mule, okay. So we got a whole full bar today on the boat. He graduated first in his class as a bartender.
No, he didn't.
Oh. And he came with a measuring cup.
Any sport in your channel.
Oh, look at that. Boom. Number one right there.
Number one.
What is that? What is that purple thing?
This is ginger beer.
Ginger beer, okay. We're doing a science experiment today. Like there's nothing flammable around the boat. All right, guys. So if you don't see me after this, it's because of him.
It's odd.
Yeah, it has a weird taste.
It's the ginger beer. It's ginger.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, it has like a... Because you don't taste the liquor.
No. No, pero es...
Olguita got an accomplice. And here she is. What are you doing? Can I ask you, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Picking up some driftwood.
Picking up driftwood. Look like a whole tree.
This reminds me of
Of what?
Cuba when I would eat sugarcane.
When you guys see these when you see sugarcane in
The
Cuba.
fields of Artemisa.
So we're chilling. We're chilling. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice water too. Look at that. Like it. I like it, like it. So this is Picnic Island, baby. Picnic Island on the west side. So we're chilling with a late afternoon. Let's go check out the other side. See what people are doing. You want to go with me? Want to check out the other side with me? Come on.
All right, guys, so far so good. We're enjoying our day here at Picnic Island. But now we're going to walk across the island and check out the other side. But all that and more is coming up tomorrow. And make sure you don't miss it because we got caught in a really bad storm on our way home. And also we're going to find out how many trees Olguita took home.